Hello, welcome. Welcome Liner welcomes you. And we're finally back to Etrian Odyssey Untold Virtual Remix, Red Sun, Episode 4. And Jesus, took forever to get it working. Wait, switch to that working now? Okay, yeah, it works. Okay. I had a little bit of scuff earlier. I forgot to change the audio levels. And then we had people talking in the background. That was... yeah. And then the OBS update just broke my multi-stream options, so I had to reinstall the previous update. And now it works. Oh, we're getting guild bits right now. Didn't feel too surprised at the results he uncovered so far. Perhaps disconcerted, so he tells himself. While mulling over his thoughts, two faces from the sister branch come across him. Phoebe and Hibiki are quick to give their greetings, the idol with a bow, and the astronomer a two-finger salute. Senpai offers his greetings as well, for explaining he was rationalizing something with his own gathered information. Senpai's astonishment, none of the two from Blue Moon are surprised or confused, instead being somewhat contemplative. Phoebe begins by saying she more or less has an inkling as to what Senpai could be referring to, having known about this world for some time. Being the fairy who always wished of changing sorrowful stories for the better, she lamented the fixed, long-past myth of this world. The comfort she was able to find is the final context of the story. While still lamentable, it can be turned into an ending of hope. Senpai gives a slow nod, knowing the method behind Phoebe's ability to repurpose the story, but what of Hibiki? The astronomer shrugs, finding the position of the stars to be a dead giveaway when stargazing in the nights. It really didn't take long for him to discover the unfortunate truth behind this world. The fairy idol is the first to ask what their options are, concerns to this world. The lost time traveler briefly mulls over it, saying it's understandable to try to redirect the script to a more favorable outcome. But he points out what Phoebe said earlier, saying it's more reasonable to let the bittersweet lore develop into a fine ending. Hibiki happens to agree. Changing the sorrowful lore behind this world would be an extreme cop-out from an editor. Phoebe replies that she is aware of such consequences. She does wish the story wasn't as severe as she first wanted. But all in all, she does look forward to helping provide a more satisfactory ending, being by their sides as part of the two guilds. The astronomer does voice out the concern of how to break it to their friends. Senpai disagrees with the notion, saying that they're bound to unearth the truth behind this world soon enough. The three unanimously forge their promise, and none shall reveal the truth until the time comes. From the despair of an untold past to a desire of a repurposed future, the truth of this world would undoubtedly upend the fallacy that most members of both Red Sun and Blue Moon have. The only questions that will remain are the methods that brought the world this far, and the possibility to resolve it. Though their animacy will be tested soon, both guilds will undoubtedly remain strong. Alright, back to the action. Fishing contest! Decided to take the request, have you? The hall received this request from a small village a bit of a ways from Etria. They want to serve rare fish to the labyrinths during an upcoming ritual. And when you seek rare things, you turn to adventurers. The hall's holding a fishing tournament to fill the order. They want as many adventurers as possible to participate, but they're using the pub to spread the word. If you're interested, go to B14F. Soldier there will tell you the details. There are going to be a lot of people entering this tournament, so do your best. Decided to take the request, have you? The client hails from a village far to the west of here, and was found passed out in the plaza from exhaustion. He said that he came here for a turtle shell. Apparently he can't return until he has one. He was really upset about it. Please acquire one for him. Still, just a shell. What would he want it for? Love's a certain promise. Decided to take the request, have you? The client's lover entered the labyrinths by himself and hasn't come back since. Perhaps you heard of him, a skilled swordsman known as a Rainbow Warrior. He's a good young man who wears a 7-color bandana. He's a veteran adventurer, but his party was injured a while back. He decided to continue exploring the labyrinths on his own until the other members of his guild healed. When he was last seen, he said he was going to explore somewhere around B16F. You might find him there. I hope he's okay. Please, find him soon. The Diamond Charm. You take this request? It's from Lady Pompadaro again. This time she wants a cullinan, otherwise known as the elusive jewel. I've heard a rumor that you can find it by mining on the 4th stratum. I'd like to see one of those in person myself. Good luck out there. Well, let's take care of the fishing contest. Once you set foot on beat 14F, you are immediately greeted by a soldier. Are you adventurers here for the fishing tournament? Let me explain the rules to you. We want you to catch as many fish as you can here on B14F in an 8-hour time limit. You catch more fish, you rank higher. The guild with the most fish gets an extra prize. Fishing itself isn't difficult. Just take the fishing rod we provide and search in certain locations. Oh, and as a warning, once you start fishing, if you leave this floor or go to town before time ends, you forfeit. So if you're going to fish, stay here and focus on fishing. Oh, and you got to catch at least one fish, or else we won't consider your guild as having entered. If that happens, you can return to the pub and register for the quest again. I know that was a bit long. That's everything. If you're going to enter, I'll give you the fishing equipment. Let's begin! Here's your fishing rod. Buckle up, we're going fishing! You have 8 hours. Good luck. The soldier returns to his post near the stairway. Now start searching B14F and catch as many fish as you can. So basically you gotta go all over the 14th floor, and then if you were to explore the area, examine the waters, you'll be able to tell where the fishing spots are. If you were to examine a fake area, monsters pop out. So that's something to be careful. Red Loach. Fourth Arowana. Far from championship material, this may be enough to place. You can be satisfied with your results, but you can continue fishing to earn a higher place in the rankings. Shiny Trout. Probably a shiny Pokemon. Oil Eel. You look around and feel that there aren't many guilds that could have caught 5 fish. There may be some skilled anglers among the ranks of the other guilds, though. If you want to defeat these veterans, there is still time to continue fishing. Nice carp. Climb big fish. Flower salmon. Star koi. With the pace you set, you're confident that no one could have caught more fish than you. All that's left is to return to town and check the results of the competition. Let's go. Alright, is everyone here? I will now read the names of the winners of the fishing tournament. Number 3, Etrian Knights. Number 2, Rangers of Sanctity. That's a cool name. Number 1, Red Sun over Paradise. Those are the top guild rankings in the competition. Thanks to everyone who participated. You can collect your rewards at the pub. This fishing tournament is now over. Nice. Welcome back, everyone. Wow, first place. Your guild's sure to get some fame from this. But as a fishing guild, though. I'm just kidding. Anyway, I'll collect your cash and the fishing equipment. Here's your reward. Congratulations. Amrita too. Ooh. You're looking for a turtle shell? That's kinda strange, isn't it? No, sorry. It's not polite to laugh at other people's hobbies. Pardon me. So, you want to find a turtle shell, was that it? Sure, I'll tell you. But I've got a catch. While you're at it, I want you to do something for me. Don't worry, it's right on the way. Nothing hard. If you're willing to accept my quest, I'll give you that information. What do you say? It's a deal. Thanks. I'll tell you about my job later, so let's talk about getting you that turtle shell. In case you didn't know, turtles live near water. You'll likely find them in areas full of it. Well, that's not obvious, right? So you search around the waters in the forest, I'm sure you'll come across some turtle tracks. But turtles of the forest are cautious creatures. They probably won't come out if there's somebody nearby. Here's how to get around that. Turtle feed. Place this food where you think there are turtles. At least one should show up. But there's one more thing to be careful about. Even if you use this food, I don't think one will come out if you're there too. So once you place the food, leave that spot. Get far enough away that you can't see where you put the food. A turtle should come ashore and start eating them. Try attacking it while it's distracted. It's kind of a hassle, but that's the process of luring out a turtle. Now my request. Since you're getting a turtle shell, get me some turtle meat. That's not out of the way or anything, right? Good luck then, I'll be waiting here for the meat. At your feet, you see tracks from an aquatic animal crawling on the ground. You recall the quest you accepted to obtain a turtle shell. If you follow the instructions you were given, you should be able to lure the turtle to you. If you remember the steps, you should be able to know what to do next. Set the turtle food down. Place the turtle food on the ground in front of you. Do you remember what to do next? To go absolutely far away. That's not far enough. You return to the spot where you left the food. There is a turtle here, and it is too busy gobbling up the food to notice you. It's quite a large turtle. Letting it unprepared would be quite reckless. However, you will never complete this request unless you battle the giant turtle. the turtle finally takes notice of you and turns in your direction. Can't run now, you must take up arms and fight. Alright, boss, Lure Tortoise. HP is 2560, attack is 37, defense is 33. It's weak to fire and volts, and it resists all physical elements as well as ice. Its two skills are Grinder. Using its legs, it deals damage to a party member, and Breaker Spin. Using its arms, it attacks the entire row and lowers the defense when it hits. Not that bad. The Senpai Linji are magic casters, as you can tell. It's already almost dead. Oh, it's dead now. Yep. After a brutal battle, the turtle finally crashes down dead. You strip the turtle's body of the shell and delicious turtle meat, placing them in your pack. Rest in peace, turtle. The mission is complete. Now you must return to the pub and turn in the shell in order to get the reward. Hello there, I see you completed a quest. I'll take the turtle meat as promised. You hand him the turtle meat. Turtle meat is said to have power and analeptic effects. People are willing to pay a high price for it. If all it costs me to get some is the price for turtle food, I figure that's well worth it. Don't look at me like that. It was a good deal for you too, wasn't it? I'll see you later. Good job, everyone. I'll give this to the client. Oh, yes, I asked him what he needed it for. There's a ceremony in his village. The shell is put in a bonfire, and they tell the future by the cracks that form. From what he says, it's very accurate, from small things to events centuries in the future. There's more to this world full of mysteries than just a forest, eh? Alright, finally tackling the fourth stratum, Sandy Barrens. Beyond the narrow path, you feel a cold wind blowing through the spaces in a wall of trees. There seems to be a clearing beyond the wall, but you have no means of getting there. So that's post-game stuff, we don't have to worry about that for now. And here's our first F.O.E. of this stratum. The Medusa Tree. HP is 3857, attack is 41, defense is 32. It's weak to fire and it has no resistances. It's a pretty deadly F.O.E. with two skills. Stone Gleam, using its head, it has a high chance of petrifying one target, and Silent Claw. Using its arms, it deals cut damage to one row with a chance to bind the head. It's not a difficult F.O.E. The likely trouble that you'll have is trying to put up with petrification and high damage, but usually that's mitigated with attack lowering debuffs, as well as, and well, since the petrification only lasts for only deals to one target, As long as you have, like, items or a healer that isn't petrified, it's just one target that needs to be cured of petrification. So, nothing too big. Just burn it all away. Oh, a man-made hollow is in a tree before you, waiting to receive something. You remember the stone tablet dropped by the mysterious shadow not long ago. Perhaps it would fit here. You resolve to fetch it from Rada Hall's storage. Also, normally this would be like... Normally I would have the mindset of like showcasing the first floor of the stratum before anything else. But this stratum is boring. I'm just like, let me get through this. I hate it. Alright, well, we find the rainbow bandana, but, well, no sign of him. The labyrinth really can be a frightening place. I feel sorry for the both of them. She'll be so sad to hear it. But doing something as reckless as taking on the labyrinth by yourself is always going to have risks. You all need to be careful too. Unless you use save states. How's the investigation going? We are still working on deciphering the words on the stone tablet. What? You need a tablet in order to proceed in the labyrinth? Could you wait a moment? I cannot authorize that. You would have to ask the chieftain. It has been a while, members of Red Sun. Now, you were asking about the stone tablet you brought back last time, correct? We were successful in deciphering part of it. Would you like to hear what it said? The beings you encountered called themselves the forest folk. They evolved completely within the forest and consider it their holy land. They despise humans who enter it. There have been cases in which adventurers went to the depths of the labyrinth, never to return. That must partially be their doing. We would like nothing more than to search the newly discovered depths. But it seems we must prepare for battle against these forest folk, if we are to get any further. That is why I have a favor to ask in exchange for letting you use the stone tablet. I would like you to accept the mission I am about to issue. I will leave the details to my subordinates. I'm counting on you. And that is the current situation. I look forward to your decision. Annihilate the forest folk. You'll accept the mission then. Glad to hear it. Well then, let me give you the details. Annihilate the forest folk. Ethan has told you most of what you need to know. Your task is to infiltrate the 16th floor, where the forest folk dwell, and exterminate them. Honestly, were it up to me, I'd seek a peaceful resolution first, but Chieftain insists they are a threat, and that my views are too permissive. The Chieftain says that we must protect exploration of the labyrinth, Etria's livelihood. In which case I have no objections. Chieftain speaks, and the Rada follows. Members of Red Sun, bid you good luck. In this stratum, under normal circumstances I'd be overjoyed. The forest gulls seem rather hostile. Be careful while you are exploring. I suspect the stone tablet you fetched from Rada Hall might fit here. Try to insert it? As you insert the stone tablet into the tree, a dazzling light engulfs the party. When you regain your sight, you see that a new path is open to you. Alright, on to the next floor. More quests. The Gold Enthusiast. Decided to take the request, have you? I was worried about this one. The client is a man everyone knows as the Golden Baron. He wants 5 genuine gold antlers, but no one's been able to find them. And now that you've accepted this job, I'm sure you'll succeed where so many others have failed. By the way, I've seen the Golden Baron walking down the street many times before, but... well, it's not nice to criticize others' tastes. What, is he full of bling bling or something? Trying to be all swag with all the gold? Decided to take the request, have you? This job comes from Jackson, the restaurateur. You've worked for him before, right? This time, he wants you to gather ingredients for his ultimate meal. His fans are already drooling over it. I don't know what he's planning to make, though. Here's the list of ingredients he wants. 1 each of fish scale, glowbeak, and dried peach tree. It does sound odd, but I wonder what he's going to do with them all. I have no idea how does a beak and a fish scale help either. This one comes from Jackson, owner of a high-class restaurant here in town. You've done a job or two for him before, right? This time he wants you to bring him sandfish eyes. You should be able to get some from the sandfish on B17F. Good luck. You come to a dead end of the desolate wasteland, where something clearly amiss catches your eye. The remnants of a fire abandoned by someone are here on the ground. And yet, very few have ever been this deep in a labyrinth. Who besides you could have left this fire? You wonder if you might find clues to the mystery nearby. Search the area? As you approach the remnants of the fire, you look around for any traces of others' presence. But after a fairly lengthy search, you see no evidence that anyone was here. Seeing no need to dally here, you are about to leave, but something suddenly jumps out from the thicket. Uh-oh. Flame rats. If you have someone with Flame Fantasia, that'll be more than enough to take care of. More than enough to defend yourself from these guys. Simple stuff. After defeating the rat horde, you take a moment to check the environs, where you find no more enemies. Relieved, you look to the ground and realize what the traces of fire there truly were. The rats you fought were the culprits behind the fire. They snuck up on you for that. Fearful of what these stronger, more cunning beasts might mean for your survival, you resume your investigation. Flame rats! All around you in the wooded forest are rare trees that would be valuable as lumber. If you were to convert this place into a work site and bring carpenters here, it may help the town's growth. Picking up items. You obtain the sandfish eyes that were requested by Jackson. All that remains is to deliver them to the pub. Stand before a withered tree, you know something near your feet. Crouch to find an oddly shaped plant rooted in the ground, sitting there as if looking up at you. The plant looks strangely adorable. You may find a buyer if you can bring it back to town. Expect that the plant would come free with a good, solid pull. I wouldn't suggest it. You'll hesitate to touch this plant due to its eerie nature. Better to leave it be, you decide. As you pad through the withered grass, a girl appears before you. With a stern glare, she speaks to you in harsh tones. Thou who overcame Coral Triangle, I could see thy straight, but for what purpose art thou here? Has man forgotten the terms of the pact with the forest folk, which forbid entry here? Despite the girl's civil words, her expression is one of pure contempt. You ponder several methods of response to her question. What pact? Is the ancient pact forgotten? The girl sighs crossly, disdain for you evident in her gaze. Mayhap thou wants reminding. I shall tell thee, thou agreed to quit this place afterward. She continues in this manner, her strange harsh speech counter to her innocent appearance. In ancient times, the forest was born from the world tree, and we folk were born to it. Born with it? Mankind, living outside the sacred grounds, was entranced by its beauty and entered here. In the ensuing holy war against man, we lost many. Thus, our people formed a pact. Man would stay in the steeled land, and we would withdraw forever to our sacred ground. Never would our two races again meet, or fair or foul. That is the pact of which I speak, that thou violate with thy presence here. The girl points at you accusingly. Thou shalt plead ignorance no longer. Proceed further into the forest at thine own peril. With this, the girl flees into the forest so quickly that she appears to vanish instantly. Could her words be true? You must go to Rada Hall and seek the truth behind them. Yeah, like, we don't have to kill them, right? First, let's turn in the quests. Good job, everyone. So the ores in the labyrinth can sometimes turn into beautiful diamonds, huh? Well, I know the lady will be very happy to see this. Thank you. Great work, everybody. I wonder how he plans to prepare it. Anyway, keep up the good work. Ivory Princess's Dream 1. Decided to take the request, have you? Do you all know of the Ivory Princess? She's the heiress of a rich family, as well as beautiful and kind. A lot of girls in town look up to her. But she hasn't been able to get any sleep recently. Apparently she's been having a recurring nightmare. Her father can't bear to see his daughter suffer any longer, so he posted his job. He said that an adventurer would know how to help her sleep. His butler is here in the pub. Why don't you talk to him? Under construction. Decided to take the request, have you? This job was put up by the Carpenters Guild, the group that handles the construction of the town's buildings. They need materials in a hurry so they can make decorations for a new house they're finishing up. They want you to get 3 hard shards and 5 steel chips. Good luck, everyone. I think we already have that. Yep. Good work, everyone. Are they heavy? I'll handle it from here. Of course, I'm not delivering them. They're going to pick all this up from here. Cranial Hammer. Welcome. And how goes the investigation of the labyrinth's 4th stratum? What? You met a girl of the forest folk. A pact between the humans and the forest folk. An ancient promise. I feel that in the labyrinth's depths lies something that has been lost to antiquity. With your help, I hope to find out what that may be. The chieftain, though, honestly I haven't any notion of what he is thinking. He has been calling his 2 pet adventurers more frequently of late. Perhaps we should speak to him about this together. I've read your reports. It seems your investigation is going smoothly. It says here you've met the forest folk. They assert that the forest is theirs. By dint of an ancient pact, there seems to be no mistaking their claim. Regardless, if we accede to this, Etrian will have no source of livelihood. The labyrinths and the explorers it attracts, they are the backbone of this town. We cannot lose that because of a long-forgotten promise to these forest creatures. Adventurers, the terms of the mission stand. Exterminate the forest folk at all costs, for Etria's sake. Their very existence, it is a threat and must be removed. Did you finish discussing things with the chieftain? He seems quite insistent on the matter. He won't brook any discussion on what to do. They may look human, but you will have to remember in battle that they are not. I understand your reluctance, but you are the only ones we can rely on. It will be a hard-fought battle. I wish you luck. But I wonder, why won't the chieftain send his 2 favorites to do the job? Yeah, good question. Those 2 are already pretty powerful on their own, right? So, they've reached the forest folk's home. No adventurer has yet entered there. Red Sun Guild. Something must be done about them. The forest folk destroyed them, all to the good. But if the ancient ones fall, we may require specialists. Even then, Red Sun's curiosity may overcome even those warriors. In which case, they will learn the secrets of the labyrinth. What foolishness. Even if the mystery is solved, nothing will change. None will profit from such a thing. That's not scary at all. Oh, dragons. The primitive jungle. 4 of the Red Sun Guild trudged through the swampy area of the 2nd stratum. There have been little changes to the area for some time. Nothing of importance to the guilds or the commissioners. But for Kita, she explains there is a certain sense of pride lingering in her that's causing her to visit the jungle. Is it a call to a challenge? A mistake she needs to correct? None can fathom what's in the Red Dragon Girl's mind, nor why her pride matters. Still, the party moves ever forward. They reach the designated floor where Kita wished to go. And quickly they come to realize why, exactly, a dragon girl had a strange interest in visiting this floor in particular. For up ahead was an enemy the guild became all too familiar. The wyvern stood at the very end of this clearing, docile demeanor on its being. As they learned from their earlier treks, coming into its sights will cause it to launch lightning at the trespassers. Certainly not a foe for anyone to fight in her first foray through the stratum. lest thunder rains their corpses. Now that they have reached this room, their earlier question about Kita's decision is repeated. Although thinking back, they also wondered why her pride was a concern to her. It's by recalling her words earlier that they come to an unsavory, yet odd speculation for why they're here. Upon seeing their faces dawning in realization, Kita goes to confirm their theory. Kita is going to challenge the Wyvern. The rest of the party wonders if the Red Dragon group suffered a concussion earlier to believe in their chances of victory. He is flabbergasted with the weak response by her guild partners. Where's the sense of excitement she needed to hear? December is more than happy to bring the Dragon Girl back to life, but the Lady Fennec won't let her live it down. The Red Dragon Girl starts shouting, wondering why they don't have any hope of her succeeding. As her counterpoint, December points out that they were busy with their own tasks in Etria, until they were pulled out by her. Sprite defers to Twi'leks for a moment, asking if all Dragon Girls are this prideful. The Purple Dragon Girl stares at Kita for a moment before shrugging, disinterested about whatever pride she had. Noticing the group's total reluctance, Kita yells and rushes towards the Wyvern in a fit of frustration. Immediately, violet sparks coat the battlefield in the next second, almost blinding the team. Upon looking back as the blinding lights fade, they see Kita stumbling towards them, purple sparks dancing all over her. Kita calmly states that it's no wonder why no one bothered to fight the Wyvern in the second stratum so far. Yeah, she then passes out. As December gets to work on restoring Kita, the girls wonder what was the purpose of fighting an unnecessary battle. Twi'leks does explain that Kita couldn't accept any other dragon variants besides the two girls here. It's a nonsensical reason why Kita took offense at the Wyvern. Sprite grumbles that today has been an extremely odd detour for them, and now they can get back to their lives. Seeing nothing else to gain with the member down, the group decided to carry Kita and return to Etria. Welp. What are you adventurous? I'm the Master Carpenter of the Carpenters Guild. Right now we're quickly short on lumber. Hey Riv! How are you doing? Haha. Also, good news. I now have YouTube chat. I'm out? Ah, cool. Gone by something 2 o'clock my sink. Ah, rip. I was stressed yesterday because water clogged. Yeah. I've been there multiple times. Oh, let me tell you what happened when that thing happened to me that one time. The toilet clogged, and not only that, but the water system was like trying to continuously push the water. Because like, so basically the water system inside the toilet, it was supposed to stop when reaching. Was it from that? Okay, yeah. It's supposed to stop, like filling the toilets. It was either the toilets or it was the tank itself. It was supposed to stop from filling one of them, but for some reason that one also broke down while the toilet was clogged, and so water started to spill all over the floor. And that was a hassle. That was a hassle to fix. Well, not only fix, but clean up too. But Thankfully it didn't leave any lasting damage. But yeah, that was a nightmare. Alright. So yeah, that thing that I mentioned earlier. I'm going to... It'll actually be shown in like 1 hour from now, I guess. Yeah, 1 hour from now. My sink clock, so I can't wash my plates. Ah. Honestly, it's probably a good thing that it's your sink. If it was the toilet, that would be... I had to do it in the restroom, which is a big hassle. Yeah. I asked the apartment owner about it, they just shrugged it off and blamed it on me. Ah, man. That's so rude. I mean, if you filled it with a whole bunch of things, then that makes sense, but also, like... just straight up blaming on you without giving any further advice. That's pretty awful. I was asking why the supposed suit can't be removed so we can clean it, but she just said she doesn't know. Oh. Okay, so she's just that clueless. Got it. Honestly, if you really have to own a house, and then, like, it's fine if you don't know everything about how housing works, plumbing, electricity. It's fine if you don't know everything. It's fine if you can just leave it up to a professional, right? But, like, if you buy a house, and then you're going to let people stay on it as rental, then at least do everything you can to make sure that it's not something you need to, like, it's not something you need to put pressure on the tenants for. So here I am early in the morning out to buy an asset that can unclog it. Be careful with it. Be gone by a house not happening. Yeah, no, I'm just saying, if it's like, if she's going to buy a house, then, or at least if she's going to own the property for other people to live on, then at the very least she should know like how to take care of a house in the first place. She's so rude yesterday. Yeah. So, I was politely asking? Oh yeah, so while you're up and about, if you do need to be away for the time being, I can message you later and tell you, like, when is it going to happen. Like something will happen at the end of this video, so I'll message you later on. to warn you about it. As for lately asking that she be like she doesn't know it's my fault because I'm the one who's living there. I was only asking about the tooth. Yeah! Some people just don't want to take accountability. For whatever reason. You had defeated the monsters that terrorized all 3 locations. Return to the pub to report your victory. Good work, everyone. The carpenters were just in here celebrating that they could finally get the timber safely. Let's hope they wait until tomorrow before they go out and try cutting any trees down. Still, they only knew about the place because of your earlier work, right? Life's funny sometimes. Egg tart yummy? Here in America, we're having troubles with eggs. So in case you haven't heard, there's a bird flu. There's a flu for birds, avians, going on right now. And it's like affecting all the chickens. Because of that, it's also causing problems for, like, consumers. Because it doesn't just affect the chicken meats, it also affects the chicken eggs. So now we're having a shortage on both of those things. And prices are even rising because of that, like, jeez. Hey kidder, yeah, doing my best. Head pats, thank you. Welcome back, everyone. So this is a gold antler. It is very pretty. But I would probably refrain from displaying that in my house, wouldn't you? Thank you for taking the job. Here's your reward. Alright, on to the next floor. A vast area opens before you as you climb down the steep slope. While you marvel at how the labyrinth could be so spacious, figures appear before you. It's been some time, explorers. How fare you? The warrior woman Ren speaks to you abruptly. Beside her is a constant companion, the flame-haired Tlaka. It seems the pair has been waiting for you here. Ren takes a slow look around the vast forest behind her before speaking. We heard from Narada that you've come to deal with the forest folk. Is this true? The question has a doubtful undercurrent, as if the Ronin is unsure of your skill. Forest folk are guarded by many powerful monsters that dwell on this floor. Furthermore, it is all too easy to lose your bearings as you walk about aimlessly. Somewhere along the walls, though, a secret passage. If you find it, it will lead you to the stairs that take you below. The forest monsters will do their utmost to prevent that. Proceed with caution. Ren sighs, as one would when completing an odious task. That is all. We leave the rest to your skills. Two of them stand aside, allowing you to pass. If you are prepared, continue forth. How do they know of a secret passage? As you continue onward, a pair of adventurers gazes at your party from afar. Forest folk, and the horde of monsters, if they make it through them to the depths. Ren gives a sidelong glance to the girl beside her, and nods and speaks quietly. That's why we're here, isn't it? For the sake of both the labyrinth and the town. Two of them fall silent and disappear into the forest. As you walk the withered forest, you see a small shadow floating up ahead. You are unable to tell what it is from here. After some time, the shadow vanishes from your sight. You consider giving chase. When you stand where the mysterious shadow was, you find traces of something that seems to have dripped from above. The water droplets continue east. You consider following them in order to get to the bottom of this enigma. Your pursuit of the trail of mysterious droplets leads you to a tree. A steady trickle of sap is flowing from the tree. Merely smelling its sweet scent makes your mouth water. The mysterious shadow you saw must have been another who has acted this tree's delectable sap. You give thanks for your good fortune in finding this tree and decide to collect some sap for later. Refreshing water is dripping onto the stump. Oh yeah, it's the fountain for this floor, this stratum. It seems the monsters the girl spoke of are beyond here. You decide this would be a good place to prepare before continuing down the path. The way forward waits silently and patiently for you to continue forward. English. Continue forth? Oh, there's the forest dweller that we had to take care of. Alright, Forest Demon. HP is 5000, attack is 45, defense 36. No weaknesses, and it resists all elements. Yeah. Okay, yeah. And it has 3 skills, pretty deadly ones as well. Volt Shot, using its head, it deals volt damage to one target on the front line. It also pierces through lines hitting a party member in the back line. Firestorm, using its head, it deals fire damage to the entire party. And Death Stare, using its head, it attempts to instantly kill a single target. This guy actually gave me trouble in this battle because I forgot that he resists all elements. All element types instead of physical types. We will rectify that in a moment. I'm actually getting kind of hungry. There is a kind of festival going on, like, right outside, I guess. And it's been like Oh no wait, it just ended for today. It's coming back tomorrow. Right. Like, I considered getting something from over there today, but I already got something there yesterday, so I'm just gonna go there tomorrow. I need some exotic meals. Oh no, Belle, she's down. And then Nympha died again. Darn it. And Senpai's dead. I'll finish him off before I could even revive him. Here's the next F.O.E. Forest Ogre. HP is 5,500, attack is 48, defense is 37. No weaknesses, and it resists all physical types. Its skills are Evil Cry, using its head it increases the user's attack. Flash, using its legs, it damages a party member while piercing to the back row. And Heavy Shoulder, using its legs, it damages the entire row. It's probably just using its legs and like... It's like a... just something to propel him, I guess. The skill says it's using its heavy shoulder, like bum rushing everyone. Oh, so far so good. There we go. Made it to the next floor. And, oh yeah, this one. So we got two F.O.Es to put up with. Cruella and Diabolics. And yeah, I got, like, cornered by these two. Painful. Alright. Cruella. HP is 4,300, attack is 42, defense is 32. No weaknesses or resistances. Its skills are Bind Arms. Using its arms, it deals cut damage to a party member and may cause arm bind. And Siren Song. Using its head, it may inflict panic on the entire party. It's even worse than a deer. And here's Diabolics. Diabolics' HP is 4,300, Attack is 42, defense is 32. No weaknesses or resistances. Its skills are Bind Head. Using its arms, it deals cut damage to a party member and may cause head bind. And Curse. Using its head, it may curse the entire party. Boy, do I hate them. As a fun fact about this fight, so I actually did lose to them. Like, because I played this on standard, and then since I got cornered by them in a really terrible fashion, I had to. I didn't even have good items on me at the time either. I just had to fight my way out, and I didn't even have the dread on me. So I actually lost to them. But and then because I was fighting them in standard mode, or I guess they call it normal mode here. And well, I was basically given another chance to fight them. Never again, though. Never again. Alright, one down. I had to take care of the Cruel first because Panic is definitely one of the more dangerous status effects to take care of. At least if you were hit with Curse, you can still, like, heal your party members or supports. But Panic, you have a chance of hitting each other. And, well, you can't really command them to, you can't command the Panic member to do anything, so. Really infecting me with a party-wide curse. Boy, do I hate it. Way to go, Belle, for insta-killing that F.O.E. That would have taken a lot longer than I would have liked. That's for sure. As you walk between the littered trees, you come across a place that seems a bit different than the rest of the floor. The ground here is covered with so many dead leaves that you cannot see the earth beneath them. It occurs to you that the thick carpet of fallen leaves can make for a fine place to rest. You decide to take a seat on the bed of leaves and rest. The carpet of leaves are as inviting as they seemed, such that you feel the exhaustion drain from you. Party recovers 50 HP. Give thanks for the unexpected respite on the leaves, and return to your investigation. You obtain the bird tendon requested by the medicine woman. Take it to the pub to complete the quest. In the dense wall of trees before you stands a hole that would scarcely admit a person. You peer at it, but nothing happens. Upon reaching a dead-ended forest, you notice something curious on the ground. You pick it up and inspect it, finding that it is in fact an eggshell. What's more, there are countless letters scattered about. The evidence seems to point to a bird's nest somewhere nearby. If the birds happen to be at home, then you could be in great danger. But if not, maybe an opportunity to come away with an invaluable prize. You must decide on the best course of action here. You abandon the bird's nest in favor of returning to your investigation. Well, it's still there, so we can check it out later. Good job, everyone. You did very well. I'm sure she'll make something great using this. It'd be nice if this medicine turned out to be something to help you adventurers. If she succeeds in developing it, that is. Decided to take the request, have you? The detective's gone missing again. I want to think it's another false alarm, but doesn't feel that way. It seems someone's broken into his room at the inn. The room's a real mess, and there's a stain on the floor that might be blood. This note was found in there. Belief for our ultimate return to eventual equilibrium necessitates failure. What? Such easy comforts only reinforces naivete. Escape relief, as existential laziness prevented mental exercise. I have no idea what that means. Have you heard anything that might serve as a hint? Not really. Another customer drinking here is trying to figure out what it means, but hasn't had any luck. I'll give you the notes, so why don't you try thinking it through with him? I gotta straight up ignore him. Please find a detective. Please not involved in something dangerous. Medicine Woman 2. Decided to take a request, have you? The young medicine woman is looking for a particular mushroom to go in a potion. The cordyceps. It's a rare fungus that can only be found deep in the labyrinths, so she can't collect it herself. Good luck then. As you walk through the forest, you see a familiar figure. It's Austin, the detective. You remember the quest from the pub to look for Austin in the labyrinths. Talk to the detective? Decide to talk to the detective. Red Sun, why are you here? Austin takes a defensive stance when you speak. Something seems wrong. You tell him that you accepted another job to search for him, and a stern look crosses his face. My room was broken into without any subtlety. I see. Red Sun, when you accepted this quest, you were given something, weren't you? Show me. You hand Austin the note. As he reads it, he grimaces. Sink. Look out, everyone! Monsters begin crawling out of the water towards you, as if something is luring them out. You ask what is going on, and the detective yells out bitterly. This note has been covered with a substance that attracts these monsters. I can't believe he would involve innocents. But this isn't the time. The monsters surround you and begin angrily pushing forward. It pays me to involve you in this. First, we must fight our way out. Notes must have left its scent all over you, as the monsters are increasingly hostile to you. If you wish to survive, there is no choice but to fight. So you just gotta fight them in waves. Baby stuff, especially at this level. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be over. The detective is right. More and more monsters approach during your battle. You must continue fighting. You raise your weapons once more, and prepare to fight back. Cowed by your might, the ranks of monsters are beginning to wear thin. Just a little more. Let's do it, Red Sun. After defeating the final group of monsters, you look around to see the remaining beasts fleeing the area. Even though you have survived this attack, the detective sounds more irritated than ever. A room invaded, a notes covered in monster bait, and you coming here. Let me ask you this, did anyone give you assistance in solving the code in this note? It's very important. Try to remember. You think about the note. You remember that the detective himself talked about similar code in the case he worked on. When you tell Austin this, the detective takes a small breath and falls silent. Sorry, I just remembered a matter I must attend to. You may go home on your own. The detective speaks in an offhand manner, and disappears using an Ariadne thread. His arrogant attitude is less than satisfying, but at least you were able to find him as requested. You should report to the pub the next time you are in town. You obtain the cordyceps as in a request. Turn it in at the pub to complete the quest. Nice. What are you reporting in? What quest is this? Oh, I've got it here at my leisure. I don't remember posting this job. Oh my, am I losing my memory? Well, it says what the reward is, so I'll get it for you. Hold on. Paralyze. No, this is strange. It's in a ledger, I have the reward and it's in my handwriting. But I don't remember posting it. Did you really get this quest for me? Nah, I don't think so. Huh? And who? Excellent insight, Red Sun. So you have figured out that much. You did give them a quest, but it was not you. Do you see? What's going on? Pardon me for adding to the confusion, but I figured it would be easier to explain if you saw it for yourself. As you can see, disguising oneself as another is a simple matter if you know how. So why would you disguise yourself as me and give them a quest? Who can say? Perhaps because it looked like fun. Probably something to that extent. Who did this? You're better off not knowing. But it's too late for that. I've evolved you too much already. The man who tricked you is named Barbadur. He is like the king of criminals. Whenever there was crime in my country, he was almost always behind it. My entire reason for being in Etria, because I was searching for stolen goods that he supposedly hid here. This incident was a warning to me, telling me that I'm getting too close. Is that so? And regrettably, it seems he sees Red Sun as cooperating with me in my search. It would not be easy to leave here. He is a man with a long reach and no scruples. There is no safety for him. Until I catch him, I would like to take shelter at your base of operations. You don't mind, do you? Allow us into your mansion? Sure, why not? I knew you would agree. I shall make my way to your headquarters right away. Oh, I already know where it is. I've met a lot of egotistical people on this job, but he takes the cake. By the way, do you really think it's that easy to disguise yourself like anybody else? Cosplay exists, right? You think? Don't go getting any ideas now, okay? And turn in medicine woman. Good job, everyone. Is this the mushroom? It's a very strange looking thing. Grows from an insect? I pray I never have to use that medicine. Soma Prime. Medicine Woman 3. Probably one of the weirdest ones to take on. Decided to take the request, have you? A young medicine maker has created a potion that reverses petrification. Or so she thinks. She posted this job to find out if it actually works. She wants you to bring her an adventurer who has been petrified. I've heard that there's a monster on B19F that uses a petrification skill. I know it just feels wrong to get one of your party petrified on purpose, but it's for a good cause. Good luck. Welcome back. Actually, you have a visitor waiting for you. Well, hello, Red Sun. If you don't mind, I'll be staying here for a little while. Don't worry, I've thought of a way to compensate you. Why don't I assist you with your exploration? I'll tell you all about my experiences, which should come in handy. For example, I could teach you how to move fearlessly through areas where monsters spray you with toxic chemicals. Just give me a call if you're interested. I will share my knowledge with you anytime you want. Well, carry on. He's a rather strange man, isn't he? I will inform him of the duties here. If there is anything you would like me to do, don't hesitate to ask for me. Austin the detective has joined as a guild keeper. So he brings in more items to prepare before you go off into the labyrinth. As part of the quest, Twi'leks is petrified. For petrification, it's like getting KO'd, and that your party member is unable to act. But the party member will still be able to take damage until they actually die. You either had to cure them of their elements with refresh, or let them die first and then revive them. Or just straight up use an item, whichever works, right? You remember the quest you accepted at the pub to test out an anti-petrification potion. One of your party members has been petrified. You can return to the pub and fulfill this quest if you wish. You remember the quest you accepted at the pub. If you wish to complete this quest, do not heal this status ailment before you return to the pub. Alright, that one's done. Oh my, I know it's for the quest, but I'm so sorry you had to do this. Let's try the client's potion. The petrification isn't reversing. I don't think this potion works. I'm sorry about this, but failure is always the best teacher. Don't get angry at her, okay? Here's the reward. Hurry up and get that healed. We already have a medicine potion, and that's the Erica B. Now we get access to the final floor of the 4th stratum. I actually turned on the full version of AutoMap, so the walls are written down as well. As soon as you step onto the 20th floor, you feel extremely strong threats from all sides, as the forest folk finally marshal their forces against you. As you consider this prospect, the humanoid girl appears once again. Thou hast violated the pact and slaughtered the forest folk. What reason could you have? The girl makes this harsh demand before spreading her arms and crying out. Your own kind desires your death, and still your onslaught to the forest continues. You're struck by the forest girl's strange words. What does she mean by those that wish for your death? But before you can ask, the girl points into the forest. Come, let us end this once and for all. If thou bests our strongest fighters and our guardian bird, then we shall concede defeat. With that, the girl disappears before you. You wonder if you should return to town or pursue the girl immediately. You push through the trees into another room, inside which you can see a figure waiting for you. When the forest girl notices you, she nods once before speaking. Thou hast come, trespassers from the sealed lands. Here's where thy lives shall end. Our gods shall pass judgment upon thee. The forest girl then raises her hands to the heavens and begins to chant in a strange tongue. Its sound is similar, yet alien. As if in response to the chant, a golden light envelops the forest girl. Her face twisted with pain, she speaks to you one last time. Behold, the power granted to the leaders of the forest tribe. Guardian Bird Iwaoro Penalep, Kupala summons thee. Is that the bird from Sesame Street? A blinding light radiates from the forest girl's body, and a golden shiny bird appears. This can only be the forest folk's guardian bird that the girl summoned with the last of her strength. You grasp your weapon, but left with no choice but to fight. So if you try to move around... Yeah, that happens. And basically, if it spots you, then what happens is... it basically sends out all nearby F.O.Es to go after you. Figure out the path well enough, and you'll be able to even land a preemptive attack on it. Alright, Iwaoro Penalep. HP is 14,400, attack is 48, defense is 40. It's weak to ice, but resists fire and volt. Keep on saying elect. It resists the status effects stun, curse, panic, paralysis, poison, and arm bind. And it's immune to petrification and instant death. Its skills are Thunder Wing. Using its arms, it deals heavy volt damage to the entire party and may paralyze. Grip. Using its legs, it may bind a party member's head, arms, or legs. Pinion Spear. Using its arms, it attacks random targets 45 times for immediate damage, with low accuracy. Chaos Bringer. Using its head, it damages a party member, splashes to adjacent party members, and may cause confusion. Deathbringer. Using its head, it damages a party member, splashes to adjacent party members, and may petrify. Ooh. And Wind Breath. Using its arms, it damages the entire party and may stun. I thankfully have it afflicted with a headbind, so a lot of attacks are failing. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. This is also the point where Volt Shield will help a lot. Parry is also immensely helpful here, primarily because of the physical attacks with Ed. Looking back on it now, I realize I should just try to, actually put in a Volt wall. That nullifies the damage on Plot Bunny. Oh well. We learn about these things only afterwards. Thankfully, shield with the medic bullets, covering everything that covering people with status ailments. Also, I just want to say, I was supposed to be using Harvestella music for this boss fight. So I'm just wondering what song did I actually replace just to get this instead? I mean, yeah. All these stuns and all these paralysis. What an annoyance. I did find it funny that back then I tried to make the survivalists like the second hexers or something. But it turns out that their luck stat is not really all that great. It isn't until Etrian Odyssey 2 that they actually, not only is their luck increased, but also they get more skills meant for dealing status effects. Alright, just about done here. Some of Prime's coming in clutch. And it's dead. Nice. When you defeat the Golden Guardian Bird, its light feebly falters and it falls to the ground. You have at last vanquished the forest folk and their Guardian Bird. As you rest from your struggle with the powerful Guardian, Forest Girl appears before you again. Never had it entered my mind that thou might best Iwaoro Penelep, my people's Guardian Bird. Forest Girl's voice as she speaks is barely above a whisper. Her mightiest warrior is lost, and bereft of her guardian bird, the forest girl has no recourse left. She lifts her sad gaze to you as she continues speaking. All is lost. 'Tis naught I can do to stop you. If thou should wish to go further into the forest, then go. In a small room on the north of this floor, thou shalt find the stairs that lead below. Thou may only get there by means of a hidden passage on the forest wall. Having said her piece, the girl begins to walk away slowly. Farewell, man, she calls. Stripped of my duty and my kinsmen, I have no means left to stop you. And with that, Forest Gold vanishes into the forest. You have completed a mission from Mother Hall. You're free now to search for a small room at the Forest Girl spoke of, or to regroup back in Etria. Well, let's regroup. We annihilated the guys that we really should not have needed to, but apparently we were forced to. It seems you've been thorough in exterminating the forest folk. Well done. The other guilds will find it going easier now that the disruption is no more. You will soon challenge the 5th stratum, which none before have ever reached. You are on the cusp of the labyrinth's mysteries. We of the Rada expect much of you. This isn't much, but I've prepared a reward in honor of your distinguished service. Go on, you deserve it. It's pretty awful if you ask me. By the by, did you happen to see the chieftain in the labyrinth? You see, the chieftain has disappeared. A secretary last heard him muttering about heading to the forest depths. Perhaps he wished to see the labyrinth's secrets for himself, and his absence is making the citizenry anxious. You are soon to begin your investigation of the lower stratum, yes? If you happen to find a chieftain, please ask him to return on our behalf. What could be going on with him? I only hope that he's safe. I don't think he's safe. Well, let's find out by accessing the next floor. Fifth Stratum, Lost Shinjuku. A bounty of relics. As you step down into the next stratum, strange and wonderful buildings fill your sight. The vast underground is strewn with these unknown structures. You look about you in speechless awe. What could these ruins mean? Taking care with every step, you cautiously continue onward. Shinjuku sure has seen better days. I see an F.O.E over there, but I'm choosing to ignore it. There's something we gotta investigate first. Treading through the ancient ruins, you see a large tree bridging two buildings. The outdoor landscape of lush greens and open sky calms your weary soul. But before you can relax, you feel a powerful threat nearby. You strain to see two figures standing in the center of the bridge, blocking your path. If you go to meet them, you're sure to face an unprecedentedly fierce battle. You glance behind you at the way leading back to town. You must be certain you are ready to face whatever lies in wait. You gaze down the path connecting the ancient ruins. Standing in the center of the long path are two figures. As they approach, you can see that they are the adventurers Ren and Talaka. You've come all this way, but this place was never meant for humans. The warrior woman Ren speaks, an almost sorrowful expression on her normally severe face. Etria depends on the constant stream of adventurers exploring the labyrinth. You notice, the town only prospers from the people burning to discover the labyrinth's secrets. Do you understand now? No one must be allowed to actually solve the forest's mysteries. Curiosity is welcome up to a point. Those who learn too much are troublesome. Thus, the Rada has charged us with eliminating you before you learn the truth of Yggdrasil. With this, Ren slowly draws her katana and adopts a fighting stance. We bear no grudge against you, but neither can we allow you to pass. A flame-haired Talaka moves beside her, quietly supporting a companion. I'll do everything I can to stop you. It's what Ren wants. Confrontation with the two determined women before you is now inevitable. Seeing this, you must sheathe your weapons and stand ready for battle. Ren and Talaka. Ren's stats: HP is 8500, attack is 56, defense is 36. It's weak to fire, resists all physical types, and is immune to ice, which is something I should have noticed. Status resistance is stun and blind. Status immune is petrify and instant death. Her skills are drawing dance, using her arms, increases Ren's speed and evasion for 5 turns. While it is active, she will be able to use Frigid Slash and Beheading Cut. Frigid Slash, using her arms, it deals heavy ice damage to the entire party. It requires drawing stance to be active, or slantwise cut to have been used the previous turn. Beheading Cut, using her arms, she deals moderate cut damage to a single target, and may inflict instant death on them. Requires drawing stance to be active or slantwise cut to have been used the previous turn. Slantwise Cut, using her legs, she deals moderate cut damage to random targets. It's 4 to 6 times, and allows Frigid Slash and Beheading Cut to be used on next turn. And Breath, using her head, she recovers 1500 HP for her and Talaka. For Talaka's stats, her HP is 7000, attack is 49, and defense is 35. She's weak to all physical types, but resists against all elemental types. She resists the status effects Stun, Fear, Curse, Panic, Paralysis, Poison, and all binds. And she's immune to Instant Death and Petrify. Her skills are Sapping Curse. Using her head, she lowers the attack power of the entire party for 3 turns. Cranial Curse. Using her head, she headbinds the targets to the entire party. Abdomen Curse. Using her head, she armbinds she armbinds the entire party. Chaos Curse. Using her head, she inflicts random stats ailments on the entire party. And Revenge Curse. Using her head, she deals damage to a single target, which power increases as her HP gets lower. This is going to be a long battle because I really could just use fire attacks all day, but I did not think far ahead. So just realizing right now that I never took off the Kirby on Piyu's head. I was supposed to switch it to a different portrait, but, well, I guess Kirby's stuck there for an extended period. I'm definitely doing this battle. I'm definitely getting a much better take at this battle by the time Blue Moon Episode 4 comes around. It's so awkward seeing me. So awkward seeing myself, like, make all these weird decisions when I could just look it up first. Oh well. Just about done. Too bad Outerview won't get the experience, but... yeah. That's that. Though the women's sword skills and hexes were fierce, they have emerged victorious. Ren and Tlaka have collapsed to the floor, exhausted. Faisal, We failed. These explorers are beyond our strength. Ren muttered sadly to herself. We are beaten, adventurers. Continue forth. We will stand in your way no longer. Liza will be waiting for your arrival at the deepest floor. Hear from him there the truth of the labyrinth, forest folk, and our mission. I trust that you can make it there. Saying this, the two seemed more beaten than before, letting their bodies droop to the floor. Though winded, they continued to speak. Go, adventurers, and worry no more about us. Take this and proceed onward. Ren hands you a small piece of metal. Card key. Keep walking the road you believe to be true. Your destination still lies ahead. Bracing their battered bodies, two women support one another as they walk off. It seems the labyrinth's end is drawing near. With new determination, we press on. The final stratum of the main story. Alright, that's that. Oh. Things are getting worse, so we're gonna have to try to fix things up on the fifth episode. Before that, we gotta take care of Blue Moon episode 4, right? So I don't know if I'll be streaming anything next week, since the schedule will be a bit tighter, and we're going to be hosting a party at this house, so we gotta get everything prepared. For now, I bid you adieu. We shall raid Responsible Senpai. I got an idea. Wait, hang on. Let me turn that off for a bit. I gotta get to the credits. Right. Alright, see you all later. I will likely do Monster Hunter next week if the schedule allows for it. Once more, I won't be making a proper schedule for this upcoming week, but likely the week after I will get one scheduled graphic done. So until then, see you all later. Until next time.